there's such a disregard of black men's hair. I think they know they be messing up black women's hair. I think they look at that and go, but us, they literally think, oh, I get it.
It seems like we as Black people have the mic in a way that we haven't before. So what causes do you guys think are important to be talking about now that we have people's attention?
I'll tell you, in my experience, the opposition I'm met with when it comes to presenting projects where you have more Black people on staff, people, it's like, it's a competition thing. Is this about firing white people? It's like, no. It's about necessity, tonality. If you want to write a subject matter, you need to have specific voices behind that matter who are actually experts in it. And you cannot imagine an authentic Black voice if you yourself are not Black. You can write a great character, you can write a great story, but if you're looking for an authentic Black voice, get Black people. Why? Because when you're talking about any particular subject matter, if you're talking about law, if you're talking about crime, if you're talking about spaceships, you go consult somebody who's an expert in that space. What you need to do when it comes to writing Black stories is integrate. And the problem that we have and that we're also always up against is, why is there such opposition to the normalcy of putting Black people in positions to do the proper job? You want the stories, you want to tell the stories, but you don't want the right people to tell the stories. Why is that? It even goes down to something as simple as going on set and having representation in the hair and makeup trailer, and I'm sure we can all speak to this. Yo.
Well,
what? You go up in there.
The nail on the freaking head.
And here's the thing. I'm gonna preface this by saying, no, you don't have to be Black to proficiently work on Black clients when it comes to hair and makeup. No, but there is a consideration that is not given to Black men and women when it comes to the hair and makeup trailer, when it comes to the inception of having, Black cast members come on and giving them the environment to win, to thrive. So when you go into the hair and makeup trailer with somebody who has never done or touched a Black head before, and they don't know how to handle your hair because it is a different texture, different grade, and then you got to sit there for hours, somebody playing in your hair and making you look all the way jacked up, and then you got to go on set, worry about how you looking. Or a makeup artist does your makeup, your face is different than your rest of your body. Mentally, what does that do to somebody who's trying to do their job? For us, these are our essential workers. My barber, Art Williams, is essential. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for real.
I'm glad y'all talked about this, because I feel like this is a conversation that, we see a lot of times get covered when women talk about it, because it seems more obvious on us, when our hair is jacked up or whatever.
To the sisters, I'm talking about all y'all too.
I was on this show. They made me a series regular. I was hella pumped. Walked in the hair and makeup trailer first time. Oh shit, I'm about to get paid. Let me see. Homegirl, this white lady, she tapped my head.
Yeah.
Not lying. She tapped it, sprayed some water, didn't brush, didn't comb, and left. And I was like, oh, wild. And then that happened to the point where my wife started cutting my hair. Because one, I was like, I don't trust the socioeconomics of the world. I didn't want to be rich and buy a barber like I should have. But then the next season, to speak to the good of that show, the next season, the producer said, hey, is there anything you would like to address? I said, no, but your hair is hella racist, bro. Just so you should know, I'm not mad yet, but that shit is hella racist. There's such a disregard of Black men's hair. I think they know they be messing up Black women's hair. I think they look at that and go, but us, they literally think, oh, I get it. No continuity, nobody checking up on set on that particular gig.
One time I was on a project where they didn't have any representation in the room. They didn't know how to do my hair. So instead of bringing in a barber who could handle me, I had to go drive to my own personal barber who was sitting there, on Crenshaw. Every time I needed a cut, you talking about two times a week or whatever for the show, and then hopefully get back to work and make it on time, with the majority of the cast being white, and they had everybody taken care of for them. So it doesn't become a problem until you make it my problem, and that's what we're saying. Again, it's consideration and putting somebody in there who has the skills. don't you want your actors looking as best as they can? But there's a lack of priority, and that's the confusing thing. It's like, why wouldn't you? And when I ask about it, why do you oppose as opposed to doing your job to get the right person? It doesn't make sense.
I got my fro done, and if you're on set long enough, you got to go to lunch, and if you got to wait, then you may want to work out, you may want to lay down, and so I went and got my cut. And they were like, well, hair and makeup needs to see you. Because, beard is something that's done by the barber. But in our world, makeup handles that and they have to supervise that. So I just got my pro and I come in and it's like, well, we got to approve it. And as soon as I walk in, the lady just puts her hair down and goes like, oh, your hair is fine. I had to pay for the barber, because when barbers come to see you at the hotel, it's a different price than going.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing too about barbers and how you sneak them in the union.
Yeah.
And what credit they get when they're on set. And it's like it's such a secret mission to sneak. It's like to get a barber on set and then they can cut inside your trailer. But if it ain't good light in your trailer, like, even though they got skills, it's suspect. You know what I mean?
Listen, I was on SNL for 6 years. There was never a black barber. I always had to.
Bro, 6 years?
6 years, bro. Always had to go upstairs and have Fahim that was cutting the Roots hair because there was a multitude of black people on that show. Yeah, that's why I had to go to get it done. Like, and why isn't it built into the budget? I did a movie last summer and I was the black person. There was no barber. The girl came in. I know how to When somebody say I know how to cut black people's hair, they don't know how to cut black people's hair.
They don't know.
You know what I'm saying? She comes in, she's just I look. I said, this ain't it. I said, nah, this ain't it. Had to get another barber from New Orleans to come and cut me. Like it's a constant problem, man. And like to echo what Aldis was saying, it's like, yo, if you all would just see us as people and not black people, then that will change, and it needs to change.
Like Derek was saying, it is hard to get barbers in the union. I'm trying to get my barber in the union now. I've been working with this brother Cole for like 12 years. Why is it so hard? It's necessity. In the bigger picture, it's walking into an environment that you see 99% doesn't represent or look like you, but you're there to do your service. You're doing your job to the best of your ability because you have given consideration. Now, where is that same consideration for you? Why are the tools needed, the assets required for you to do your best work not provided? And when you walk into a situation where it just smacks of the fact that you're not considered, it is spiritually and emotionally taxing, because hair and makeup is not the only area where it is majorly lacking when it comes to going to work every single day to do a job that you love to do, working in an environment that is constantly reminding you that you're not as important as everyone else there. Only because you're black. And we gotta walk with that in the rest of the world.
I appreciate the way you broke that down too, because a lot of people may watch this and be like, these guys are actors. But we're talking about, like you guys are saying, the basic human rights, the basic equality within our field of work, no matter what field of work that we're in. So that's just really important, for real.